think you need to click go live.
I think it is live. Look at, you're seeing it all here.
Okay, cool. So you can go to the live studio.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I got a notification.
Excellent. Oh man, now it's just, hold on, wait 1 second, because it's spinning out of control. Unable to access the camera.
Oh, because OBS. What?
So this is what I set up, but then now it took me to this new live stream here. Technical errors, if you're hearing me.
You're on camera.
Yeah, they see me?
Yeah.
Oh my
So
gosh,
just
okay,
go.
well I don't see
Just
myself.
go.
Here it is. All right, you guys, I am working with new software again today, and I had thought that we had to figure it out, but maybe we didn't. But that's okay, here we are. So if you guys are hearing me, please say hello in the comments. I would love to know where you're hearing me from. Just say hello. If you're watching this on replay, just say replay. But I'm happy you guys are with me today. I don't even know what title you are seeing. It might even say untitled, which is really boring. I don't want it to say untitled. But today I'm going to be talking about connecting with our inner divine strength. And the reason why we want to connect to our inner divine strength is because if we want to make motions out of being in, let's say, a physical, emotional, mental, or spiritual rut, then the only way that we can actually transcend out of the old ways of thinking, feeling, and behaving is by connecting with our inner divine strength and allowing ourselves to merge with the greatness and the strength and the power that resides inside of us to help lift us out of those dark places that we all can slip into in time. And since we are transitioning to spring out of the winter, and winter, really kind of forces us to be in that place of hibernation and quiet and darkness, and let's not even get into COVID and how much that kind of creates that separation and tension inside ourselves and in our relationships and in our life. It's really helpful to have tools that help us to come back to our essence, our divine nature, and to really come back to a place of calm and a place of hope and just consistency in caring for ourselves and caring for others. I really find one of the biggest things that my clients and my students and even my friends come to me with is that self-care is lacking and it seems to be put on the back burner, and then and because of that, they don't feel at their best and they're not able to function in the way that they'd want to, and they're not able to remain calm in the places where they didn't know they need to, and they're not able to cook the way they want and parent the way they want, and there's all these things that could shift and change. And I am a big believer in focusing on what we can change and make small changes every day, but also to know that you're not doing it alone. And that means that you must connect with your inner divine strength to remember your unity, to remember that you aren't alone, and to really begin to listen to and learn from the soft voice of reason and love inside of you that can really help you to make the shifts and changes that you need to make and you want to make. And so yeah, I have no idea who is watching, but say hello to me again, you guys. I'm just going to assume that all is well. So as we kind of dive in here today, let me know how you're doing. Let me know what's going on. I am going to be giving you a little bit of a talk about connecting with your inner divine strength, and then I will lead you to an experience of connecting with your inner divine strength. So if you want to experience a bit of like a meditation, just like a calming shift in your energy, just stay with me. I'm going to make this as quick as possible, so it's not going to be a long time, but I value your time, so thank you for being here. So I've already touched upon some of the important reasons why you want to connect with your inner divine strength. What does connecting with your inner divine strength mean to you? What does that look like to you? What do you already do to do that? Do you do things to do that? I have found for me that when I make sure that I connect with my inner divine strength each morning, my life unfolds beautifully and of itself alone, almost like miraculously, like almost feel like I'm being carried. And I will have some stories next week to demonstrate that, but there's still kind of hidden beautiful gifts that we need a few days before I can share. But I find that when I connect in the morning with my inner divine strength, what happens is I've connected with the strength of my soul. I've connected with the confidence of where my confidence comes from. It comes from my soul. It comes from my divine nature of who I've been created to be. It's not something that's concocted or made. It just is. And as well as like my self-worth, like knowing, like remembering that I got this, like I could do whatever life hands to me, and I could do it the best of my ability instead of being knocked down and feeling like everything is just a struggle and you're on the struggle bus and feeling really kind of alone. So I really want to help you transition to knowing that you being able to connect with your inner divine strength is here and now, and that this is something that you can connect to on a daily and consistent basis. And this is part of the reason why I created my Spring Forward book. I have no idea if you see the picture of my Spring Forward book that I have on this side of my recording, because I have no idea what camera screen you are observing. But nonetheless, I will put it below in the comments afterwards. But I created this mini book because something that keeps me calm and stable and consistent and happy and making my nourishing meals and just feeling the sense of purpose and life, just animating through me every day, are my self-care habits. The times that I don't do my self-care habits, just like the post I wrote yesterday, anger can creep in, frustration can creep in, uncertainty can creep in, doubt can creep in. But when I keep my self-care habits consistent and I continue to use my power of decision and decide for the mind I want to think with and decide for how I want to feel and decide for how I want my day to go, you know what? This is a loving universe that joins with my intentions and my prayers and my asking and makes it happen. Okay, so I want you guys to experience this as well. And this is why I've created my Spring Forward book. And it had the section that I'm going to be reading from today is the Awaken Your Soul part. I don't even know if you guys can see this. This is in black and white because I printed it, but it's color for you guys to have if you buy this. But there's everything in this book. There's everything in this book from switching this to that, like all the little things you should switch up to bring forward a more healthier lifestyle. Also, it's got a 3-day meal plan. It also has mindfulness tips and tools that you can apply to allow you to be more present with your daily life. There's everything from how to clean out your kitchen, like for a spring cleaning. It's got meal prepping tips and tasks in here. It also has, what else goodness do I have in here? I have ideas on how to deal with like anxiety and your emotions, tips to love salad, boundaries with food. I know especially when it's the winter time with me, it's a lot easier to just slip into just eating whatever is around for comfort purposes. But when you are trying to like come alive and really connect with your soul and really know your worth and care for yourself in the way that you know you want to, then that definitely requires some education and some habits to help set them up. So I'm here to be of service to you. If you have any questions about this, feel free to put them below. So where I'm going to go into now that you kind of have an idea of like the little book I made and like what is it contained in here, I'm just going to read from this section called Awaken Your Soul. The purpose is to help you to connect with your inner divine strength, after which I am going to lead you through a little bit of like a relaxing meditation, nothing too, too big or anything, but it's going to be powerful nonetheless because they always are. So let me read this paragraph here for you so you can just like hear the tone of what's going on in this Spring Forward book that I wrote here. It says, the soul. I have to turn this off. It is really annoying. I'm part of too many groups that don't stop sending messages to each other, so I apologize, you guys. So it says here, the soul is the spark of light that exists inside us all. It is what makes us equal and the same. Our souls may have different journeys, different skills, different talents, but we come from the same source. The soul is untouched by bad habits, body images, or negative self-talk. When you realize that your soul is where your abundance comes from, where your certainty comes from, where your health comes from, where your deep, unchanging love for self and others comes from, the more you are likely to feel inspired to connect with the power of your own soul on a daily basis. You already have everything you seek embedded in your soul. You are learning to allow it to emerge from inside of you. So in this section, I lead you through some specific soulful practices to help you to allow your soul to emerge and to slip past and beyond the ego thought system. Because once we move past the fast-paced, busy thinking mind that tells you take do this, you're just going to fail, I'm not going to be able to complete it, I can't eat like that, I can't take care of myself like that, things aren't going to change, it's going to be the same as it always was. Like the way to slip past all that thinking is to quiet yourself, like to quiet that clutter and noise, and realize that the ego thought system is not your real thoughts. And the ego thought system, although it speaks loud and first and it can seem really real to you, that we as the soul have the power to decide not to listen to that. And we as the soul have the power to decide to sink beyond that and hear a different voice. Hear the voice of your soul, hear the voice of Jesus, hear the voice of love, hear the voice of truth written on your heart. So that is what we're reaching to today. So if you guys want to join me, let's take a moment here to just be still. This isn't going to be too long, but you will experience it for sure and experience those shifts. So let's just take a moment here to settle in, connecting to our inner divine strength as we close our eyes, if you feel most comfortable doing so. Just allow your hands to rest on your lap, either your feet on the floor cross-legged, and just breathe deeply for a minute. Allowing your breath to flow in and flow out. Knowing that for the purpose of this quiet time, we are learning to connect with our soul and reach behind and beyond the ego thought system to connect to the love that is present inside of us already. And so I would like you to imagine as if there is a white light in your heart. And every time you feel your heart beat, you feel that light flicker and grow. With every pulse of the heart, with every breath, that light is growing stronger and it's growing bigger. If it helps you, you can put your hands to your heart or you can keep your hands open on your lap. But just imagine that this white light in your heart that is filling your heart, begin to imagine as if it's spinning, spinning and expanding. Spinning and expanding. And the love that is in your heart is spinning and expanding and flowing through your whole body, bringing shifts to your cells, cleansing your organs, flowing life and light and healing energy like flowing waters from the top of your head to the tips of your toes. Feel your pulsing heart fill up your being with light, with presence, with peace. Opening to the possibility of peace today. And as you continue to breathe deeply and allow this white light to spin and expand, it is filling you up in the truest sense. Reminding you of your wholeness, that you are something greater than this body, you're something greater than this personality. And that you can allow the self that you are to shine through this body, to shine through this personality. And so for this, we are grateful. And you are so filled up in the truest sense that you begin to make decisions from reason, from spirit, from your strength. You start to make decisions that will nourish you, nourish your family, nourish our world. And you realize that when you make these decisions to care for you, that you are creating ripples of change that extend from your heart, from your being, from your energy field, from your aura out into our planet, into the hearts and minds of our brother and sister souls around the planet, into our families. And you create change by simply being who you are. And so as you continue to breathe deeply, feeling this gentle, loving nudge fill you up from the top of your head to the tips of your toes, flowing all the way up and down, up and down. I want you to start to use the power of your visualization. And I would like you to ask yourself, what would my soul think about myself? What would my soul tell me about myself? How does my soul see myself? Ask, how would your soul want to care for yourself? And notice how caring for yourself allows you to best care for others. And that's the point. Notice the colors and the feelings and the sensations. Notice how you hold your body with your shoulders back and your head held high. good. Just allow yourself now to turn up the volume and turn up the light on these visualizations, knowing that it is your soul that you are connected with now. And it will teach you and show you things from a new perspective, a light perspective. And that every time you connect with your heart and soul, you can start to create your life in the way that is in alignment with your soul, with God, with His kingdom, with the truth of our being, and things that are only loving and true. And so just allow all of this now to settle, feeling it rest into your heart. Feeling grateful to yourself for even being here and attempting this today. And then just allow yourself to open up your eyes, feeling more rested than you did before you closed your eyes. Perhaps more alert even, more grounded. So these are like little visualizations that I do for myself every single day. Every single damn day. If I don't, my ego's crazy just like your ego's crazy. And this is something that I offer for all my one-on-one coaching. I offer this as part of my Kitchen Alchemy course, and we include breath, and we include going deeper into the subconscious and really making it more specifically focused for you and for your needs with your language and what your focus is and what you really want to work on. So it's very, very customizable, these things, but they're powerful and transformative because you're not just trying to make things happen consciously and you're not trying to just battle your ego. You're slipping into your soul and into your spirit, and that is where you get to experience that change happens and that you can come alive and really enjoy taking care of yourself and taking care of your family and doing what you need to each day, because you're now bringing the love and the joy and the fruits of the Spirit into your everyday living. So I realize that not everybody will be able to work with me one-on-one or come into my Kitchen Alchemy course, although if you're called to it, follow that because it is for specific beautiful souls. But every one of us can adopt self-care habits. Every one of us can take the time out of our day to care for ourselves so we can best care for other people. So again, that's why I created my Spring Forward book. I will have links for you below. It's $15, you guys. That's like 2 lattes at Starbucks. And yet this is something that can really drastically help to shift and change your life, if you apply it, of course. Otherwise, it's just words on the paper. But if you need help to inspire you to apply what's in here, that's what my group is for, Whole and Healthy Living on Facebook. I just do everything I can to support you and help you to know that you can do this. You are worthy of this. And taking care of yourself is really not only bringing change to you and your family, but it's bringing change to the planet. You really are contributing to shifting this world to love and awakening the world to what is possible here. For so long, I was even talking about this with people in my community, beautiful souls, Bashak and Angelica, Rebecca. I was talking to you guys a couple weeks ago about like our female mentors and how we really haven't had that many in the world. Like there's not that many people that I go, I want to be like you. And I realized Jesus is one of the people I want to be like, and that's why I embody him and his characteristics in my everyday life to the best of my ability. But you know, we are all here to be role models for our children. We are here to be role models for those other people in the world who don't know another way. And you can do that by being you, just by being you and caring about you. And as you care about you, you care about others. And that is enough. That is enough. You will be guided as to whatever next steps you are to do, but that is enough. And I trust that. And I trust you into the hands of the Spirit to be guided in your daily life as to what you do and what you need to do, and to do it with joy and with ease. It's possible. Possible. I've seen the shifts in me. I see the shifts in my clients and in my students, and I know it's possible for you too. So you guys, this is the conclusion of our talk for today. Thank you for joining with me. If this was helpful to you, feel free to share it and spread the word. My book is going to be in the comments below. Feel free to get a copy for yourself or for others. If you want to work one-on-one with me, or join my Kitchen Alchemy course, I will put those links below too. There's so much to know that you are really supported and you are really being helped through this process and through this transition. So let's all spring forward together and really step into the light and the power of our own soul, and remember that connecting to our inner divine strength is necessary for our physical, emotional, spiritual, and mental well-being, for us, for our children, and for all the world. So thank you guys. I love you. Peace be with you. Bye.